Now.
So who's starting?
Hey everyone, welcome to M.O.R.T, the
Mort.
podcasting channel. We are going to be talking about a topic called the zombie apocalypse. What would you do? Who would you bring? And what would you have? All that fun
Dude,
stuff.
you're being rude. You forgot to introduce our special guest.
Oh yeah, and we have a special guest. Sorry.
Hola. Hello, everyone.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
And finally, R is here. The R is here, by the way. Say hi, R.
Hello. Today, we found him to actually exist here today. Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
All right.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I'm watching this stuff while we're recording. This is gonna be amazing.
Yes,
It's
it
live.
is.
Oh, I love the
I'm
background.
sending this.
Yes, this is gonna be amazing, actually. So,
Go
let's
full
see.
screen.
Anyway, all right. Anyway, yeah, this is the topic of the zombie apocalypse and whatnot. So, who
With
wants
the
to start us
rules
off?
being, well, how about we let our special guest start? He's our guest after horror. So
Yes.
basically, so he'll go first, then Monkeys will go because he's our other special guest because he finally decided to show up.
Yes.
So,
All right.
would I just describe who I would bring and then a choice of a weapon?
Basically, yeah, but you gotta tell us how you would survive. What would you do? How would you do it?
Alright. Well, I'm gonna find a person who specializes in vegan shit, which most likely they know a lot about plants. So, since we're surviving, we they would know everything about plants, so we won't eat the poison ones, we'll eat the good ones. And then we would carry around um micro SMG.
Hmm. Okay, now on to the second question. Where would you hold out the longest?
Probably 2-story house.
2-story? I'm going to debunk you right there. Because if you're in a 2-story house per se, and a horde comes through, they go to your hideout, they bust down your doors. Where are you going to run? The attic?
Well, I could just open the 2-story window, and I just randomly have a foldable ladder, so I can just put that, go down, and run.
Okay, makes sense. I can respect it.
I would
Plus,
also like
then
to
people
debunk.
are already in.
I'd also like to debunk them there. Like, what if there wasn't a ladder? Like, I think you'd have to make a makeshift rope out of bed sheets.
Oh yeah, that would work too.
And then the zombie just comes into your room and unties the bed sheets, and you fall and bust your ass.
Well, there's also another option, but it's a very horrible option. I could open my window, walk all the way around the roof, and jump in my pool, which would be very freezing cold. So hopefully that would not be an option.
Yeah.
Hypothermia!
Yeah, hyper.
Yeah, you might want to think about the hypothermia.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce hypothermia, the one leading cause of AIDS in men.
Dude.
Fine. Get some body heat.
With the vegan guy, dude, your breath will smell like freaking carrots for a week.
Who says it was a man?
Bro.
Wait, what?
Wait, that vegan teacher?
Why aren't you vegan yet?
I would get a
Yeah.
face full of.
Uh,
You know how old that vegan teacher is, bro?
How old?
She's 80 something.
Jeez. She looks 80 something.
dang.
I'm dying.
Yeah. All right. All right. What's the next question for our special
All right, the
guest?
next question. What type of vehicle would you have?
A minivan.
A minivan.
Hear, hear me out. It has a huge, it has a decent sized trunk for extra gear we find on the way, like gas, weapons, I don't know, extra clothes or something. And then if I find more survivors, well, it has plenty of room.
You know what? That's actually not a bad idea, but think about the minivan's perspective, right? You're in there with old people.
Oh, yeah.
They'll eventually smelling like flesh, decomposing flesh.
Oh, I'll just fucking kick them out then.
What if it's your grandma or your grandpa?
I mean, if they die in the back, I'm throwing them out.
Okay, so hang on a second. My cord got cut. All right. What zombie universe would you live in? That's a good question right there.
Wait, what?
What zombie universe would you live in? Um, like for example, The Last of Us, The Walking Dead, World War Z, Resident Evil.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I would have to go with Walking Dead.
Okay, why? So you can meet Rick Grimes and Negan?
Yes.
Okay, I can respect that. I can respect that.
I have to meet the badass himself.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Ends up like Carl Grimes.
Yeah.
Hmm. Man, I have a whole list of questions here. Okay. Would you bring any pets with you?
Yes.
Why?
Because knowing my dog, he would probably rip someone's leg off if they like try to hurt me. So yeah.
True. But here, the true survival answer, you're not going to like it, but here it is. You would bring a pet to kill it and eat it.
Yes, that would also be an option. Because if we got infected, I would shoot it and then eat it.
Dogs are immune in The Walking Dead. Don't forget.
Oh, okay. Well,
So it
anyways,
makes the
if it did die like over time, I would still cook it and figure out a way to eat it without getting sick.
okay. All right. Now you said a vegan person as a real life person. Now, who would you bring fictional with you?
Um, what do you mean by that?
Like video game, movie, cartoon,
Um,
a, fic- a fictional
SpongeBob.
character.
SpongeBob.
He would try and karate with the zombies.
Yeah. Him or Shaggy?
I can see why Shaggy.
Yes, it would be hilarious.
Personally, I would bring Velma.
Oh yeah.
Because if you read the old Scooby Doo logic, Velma was a master zombie hunter.
Hmm.
That and those glasses too.
I'm
All
concerned
right.
about everything I'm.
Well, Shock Trap, you have a crush on a fictional character.
No.
Just no.
I mean, Mrs. Incredible though.
Negatory.
All right. Final question for this on your part. Jamie. So everybody's going to have that exact same list of questions. They can add their own questions if they want. Last question for you. If you could bring somebody that you lost in your past, like a family member, a friend who died, who would you bring?
Well, I only know one of my family members that died, and that's my grandpa. So I would have to bring him back,
All right. Did he do any military or anything?
most likely.
So there, you got somebody that knows military. They know weapons and stuff like that. They know how to kill a man.
Yep.
All right. Thank you
I
for
know.
your answer.
Have them in the brainstem.
True. All right. Thank you, Jamie, for your time. You're welcome to stay and chat, or you may leave now. You're our special guest. You can leave anytime you would like.
Okay, that's cool.
You can stay and live or leave and die. Choose carefully.
All right, I
If you live from us,
And plus, you really want to stay. It gets funny
Yes, it
eventually
does.
when we start talking and stuff.
All
Yeah.
right, bet.
All right,
we'll see if it's
monkeys.
fun
Yeah.
side.
All right, everybody silently except for me and monkeys. All right, this is how we do it. Oliver, you can make your comments every now and then.
Sure.
All right, monkeys. Do you remember the first question I started off with our guest?
No.
I don't either, so shit.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay,
That's actually funny though.
okay, I remember. Who would you bring with you alive?
uh, a random person.
So that random person can stab you and use your corpse for other purposes?
I mean, that's fine with him.
All right. All right, second question. Where would you hold out in the zombie apocalypse?
Like a trailer in the middle of the woods.
Why?
Because you'll know when they're coming, because you can see all around you besides trees.
True, but think about this. You got hunter zombies. They could be in camouflage and you won't see them coming from about 6 miles.
True.
Sorry, that's my job in this podcast. I debunk everything.
Yeah.
All right.
Good idea.
What about the leaves in the woods, though? They would step on them.
True, and you could set traps everywhere because zombies are dumb depending on what universe you live in.
Yep.
What type of vehicle would you have?
A Hummer, a Humvee.
Okay. Explain why, please.
Because I can go over anything.
Okay, but a Humvee, think about it. Those parts are really expensive, and most likely people collect that scrap and make weapons out of them.
True.
Yeah.
And a Humvee don't really have good storage capacity either. Yeah, sure, it's a four-seater, and yeah, there's a nice back area, but the seats in the back don't go down, so how would you have room for you and that random person to sleep in? Because say you're out scavenging in the
I'll
city or
kill him.
something. Okay, but blood draws attention to all the zombies in whatever universe. So will you just snap his neck or something like that?
Yep.
Okay. Would you bring any pets with you?
No.
Okay, explain why.
Because they might cause too much noise and attract zombies.
Yeah, animals can draw noise. That's a second survivalist thought. Um, very good, very good. You, our guest, he brought his dog so he can rip a zombie's leg off and can become food when necessary. Just a. All right. What universe would you live in of the zombie genre?
Uh, I had to go for Walking Dead too.
Okay, I can understand that. Jamie said to meet Negan and Rick. What's your purposes in The Walking Dead?
Because to me, my opinion is better than the other universes.
Okay, but think about it. There's like 300 and some odd zombie universes. Hell, there's even a Star Wars zombie universe.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds cool.
But I can see why you wouldn't want to go into any of the other universes, because Resident Evil zombies they mutate into clickers. The Last of Us they turn into clickers and stuff after a certain amount of time, then bloaters and etc. and they blow up acid. You got the Stalker, the Clicker, the the scary son of a bitch, and The Last of Us too. All right. Who would you bring with you fictional?
Rambo.
Ooh, good choice. Good choice. Rambo's the type of man you want with you in the zombie apocalypse, but think about it. I'm Stevens alone. I lost my family. Uh, I have Vietnam flashbacks. Hearing that over and over again. Like I said, I'm a debunker in this situation. Hell, you guys are going to be debunkers when it's my turn to describe what I would do in the zombie apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Who would you bring with you dead if you can bring them back?
My grandpa.
Military time. I'm guessing,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Omaha
What rank?
Beach.
Omaha Beach. Good choice. Good choice. Well, thank you, monkeys, for being the second contestant and talking about what we would do in the zombie apocalypse. You have been amazing. Same with you, James, a special guest.
Yeah, I know.
Nice
All
having
right.
you.
Well, shut up, Railroad. Before,
All I said was nice saving
before,
her.
well, you nearly called me by my name when we first started this. Remember?
Yeah, but
Hmm.
you kept calling us our names too, so.
Touche. Touche.
Yeah.
Everything's true if you think about it. Then it's incorrect.
Yeah. All right. Railroad, your turn. First question. Who would you bring with you alive in the zombie apocalypse?
Well, I'm talking to him.
Me. Why me?
Well, you're my best friend, and you would mostly know what to do because, well, you have a lot of knowledge in these things, and so do I.
Yeah. I was just waiting for somebody to say me because I'm the only one in our group that knows what to really do in the zombie apocalypse. No offense to anybody else.
Yeah. Any,
Okay, second question.
yeah.
Oh, you go ahead. You go ahead. My bad. I interrupted you.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, I was saying, I would bring you, because you're alive and you have most of the knowledge on what you would do, and you would know where to go and what we're doing.
All
I
right.
love the added fact of you're alive.
Yeah, I could totally
Yeah.
be a. That's offensive, man. I identify as a dead male. All right. Second question. Where would you hold out in the zombie apocalypse and why?
um. Well, I would hold out in a fortified house that. Okay, so let's see here. If let's just say there's a house that I wanted to fortify. If I fortified it, I'd hold out there, and if it has a basement, I could also fortify it as well, and the back way that it goes out to.
All right. Time for the debunking. So, you're in a house, right, with a basement. How tall is the house, for say?
Well,
How many floors?
it's one floor and it's got 3 doors because there's one for the
3
basement.
doors.
Because there's one for the basement and then there's the front and back.
Why are you
Okay.
describing my house?
All right.
This is not a joke.
Okay, time for my debunking. So, you're in a one-story house with 3 doors. How many windows?
Not very many windows because I said I fortified it.
Yes, but think about this. If we're going with Call of Duty Zombies logic, they'll tear down the doors in under a matter of seconds
Who said I was using
because they
boards?
pile.
I could have welded metal to the edges of the window.
What about the doors, though? Do you like have a specialized doggy door where you can crawl out and go out and get food?
No.
So you board up your doors, you lock yourself into a house. Eventually, your food will run out. Your water supply.
Yeah. Because then you'd have to go out and
So
get more.
yeah, but you just said you fortified your place.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't get in and out of it.
Touche. All right. Would you bring any pets with you and why?
I would bring. Um, Actually, yeah, I would bring my dog because, well, he's a hunting dog. He can hunt small animals that are big enough for human consumption, and if that is necessary, yeah, I would bring my dog.
All right. What type of vehicle would you drive, or
Type of
anything?
vehicle.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say I gotta go with a 4x4 pickup truck, diesel, so that it has the truck bed in the back, so that I can put supplies and stuff in, and I also have the two seats up in the front. So the 4x4 truck with the bed in the back, that'd also be able to carry most of our equipment and uh, materials and supplies and building stuff and whatnot. Anything that can fit in the truck, it'll go in the truck. That's why I'd have a pickup truck.
Mm. 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 Mm.
Mhm.
Forgive me. I had chips in my mouth. Anyway, time to debunk that. There's not a lot of room in that truck. Say you get caught out in the middle of a horde, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And you can't leave that horde until the next morning. How are you going to sleep?
easy. I can just take the center console. That's clearly just really well. Actually, no, not the center console. The seats are foldable, so you just turn that into a bed.
Mm. Well, zombies, they are stupid. Yes, they have no brains. Um, but think about it. You're laying down, right? A zombie walks by. They look in that window and they see you. They start beating on your truck's window and stuff and draw other zombies, and you'll have to wait another day or so for them to leave.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. My freaking door never gets closed.
Forgive us, folks, for having technical difficulties.
None of it's my fault.
Yet.
Okay, what was the question again?
It wasn't a question, it was more or less a comment.
Oh, how?
Like, you're,
So like, how would I get
you're,
out of that situation? Like, how would I get out of that?
yeah, you're laying in your
Mhm.
truck, zombies walk by, they look into your truck, they see you. That draws more zombies because they start beating on your truck's window.
Well, if and when they do go away, I will try to find a spot where I can attach some real deadly things to my truck so I don't have to worry about that ever again.
Touche. What would you use to defend your main window? The
My
windshield.
what would I use to defend the main windshield?
Yeah.
Well, since you can't really get car armor, you'd have to make a makeshift plated window. So I'd take a piece of metal, and if I have the stuff for it, I'd cut out a hole that I could see through and uh, protect the windshield.
Okay. All right. Would you block off the back window or not?
I actually would, yeah, because like there's no telling what could get in through there.
I was hoping you would say that. All right. What would you use to block up the side of your windows, like wind, your window, your four windows?
Well, I could get some more scrap metal and make more makeshift armored windows.
Yes, but if you're using welding, think about this: you would run out of gas eventually.
Yeah, true. So then I could use a real durable plastic that would probably last about a few couple swings at it.
Okay. So I was on vehicle topic. I did the dog. Who would you bring with you? Fictional.
Fictional?
Yeah.
Uh,
Cartoon, so video
Leon
game show.
Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 2.
Okay. He's a zombie slayer, but give me a reason why you want to bring him.
Well, he's gone through many dangerous things by himself. Let's see here. He's real skilled at dodging attacks, and he's also real skilled at close combat. He also has skill with ranged weapons as well, and he was also part of a police department before the whole outbreak happened.
True, but he never became a true officer at Raccoon City, though, because he got promoted to Raccoon City.
Yeah,
All right. Final question. Who would you bring with you dead if you could bring him back?
dead.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, actually, I haven't really. Well, actually, my grandma, my other grandma on my dad's side, uh, because she knows a lot about things and uh, is full of wisdom. Actually, she's seen a lot, but then she passed away sadly, and then yeah, I'd do anything to see her again. So yeah, I'd bring her.
All right. That's a logical excuse. All right. Thank you, Railroad, for your answers.
Oh
We'll
dang!
get back to you after.
I was thinking something else. You asked our special guest what he'd have for weapons. You didn't ask monkeys or me that.
Well, I know what monkeys would have had. And you know what? Yeah, I did forget actually. Yeah, what weapons would you both have? Monkeys, you go first because I skipped you.
Um, a katana.
Swiftness or just to look badass.
Both.
All right. Sorry for skipping you, monkeys.
Good, good.
All right, Railroad. What would your weapons be?
Well, I would only have two weapons, and this is what they would consist of: a a short stock long barrel shotgun, 20 gauge, and a jagged edged machete.
Okay, debunking the shotgun real quick. You're out in the middle of a horde. Yeah, it's good for hordes and stuff. But what would you use? Would you use slugs or birdshot?
Bird shot, and plus the shotgun has a 20 round magazine.
right. But think about the sound that would come from that shotgun. You're in the middle of nowhere, for say, right? Like a city, a quiet city. Draws the hordes right on you.
Yeah.
That's why you would use machete in the city, I'm supposing.
Yeah, that's why I have the machete. I have a shotgun for special occasions. Like, I wouldn't have to use my shotgun unless I had to.
All right. Um, the machete, I already know why for stealth purposes, but does it just go with your look or just the way your character is?
Well, it'd go with who my character is, cause well, he would like to see a bloody mess. That's why the edges are jagged and have teeth on them. Well, not literal
All
teeth,
right.
but they're sharp
I
and
know what you
jagged.
meant.
Yeah.
You know what? I almost forgot a question. Wait, I already asked. Didn't I? What universe you would be in?
Oh yeah.
No.
I know what universe I would be in. I would be in the Dead Rising universe.
Okay, why Dead Rising?
Well, yeah, the zombies do mutate, but it's not that severe. Like they can turn feral at 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. and they and the mutations only come with a gas and the source of infection is a wasp, so it would be really easy to cure.
Hmm. So you're trying to cure the thing.
Yeah.
You know what? That should be a question. I'll go back around after this. Would you try and find a cure for the outbreak?
Yes.
All right. Since I didn't ask our special guest and monkeys that, I'm going to do that real quick. Guest, would you try and find a cure for the zombie apocalypse if you could?
No.
Why?
Even though I know the right answer is yes. No.
Why? Just give us an answer. Why?
Killing zombies is badass.
But think about it like this: you would have to worry about every day going out for your own benefit to find food, ammunition, weapons, gasoline, and you get bit, you're screwed. Because what's that vegan person going to do? Use grass to cover up your wound?
Heck yeah.
They won't cut off your arm because that's disgracing to a human being.
Good.
All right, thank you for your answers. Monkeys.
My answer is hell no.
Why?
I died.
Because they're already dead. What's the point of bringing them back?
Fair point. Fair point. Fair point. All right. So that's all of our questions for you, Railroad. Thank you. For your answers and stuff.
Yes.
Don't worry, all four of you will get the opportunity to debunk my answers and stuff.
All right.
Bet.
Shock Trap, your turn.
All right, I am listening.
First question: who would you bring with you alive?
Personally, I would probably bring my dad. He's built like a tank. He can kill things. He will kill things. We've got some rifles in the gunsafe upstairs. Pretty good.
All right. Where would you hold out in the zombie apocalypse and why?
Hold on.
Well, shit.
One moment. One moment, please, people. We're having technical difficulties.
I'm back.
Okay. So back to the answer of the question: where would you hold out in the zombie apocalypse and why?
I would hold out at my house. It's got one story, technically has an attic, but it's really small. It's got a basement, three doors. We're starting to build a little garden area. We're gonna plant some stuff in there, and we've got a well.
Wow. You are set for life.
None of this is false. This is all true.
All right. Third question. Well, wait. Fourth question. No, third. What vehicle would you drive in the zombie apocalypse and why?
All right. Well, I heard basically everyone else's answers at this point, and you're all really boring. What's wrong with you? I'm gonna make it interesting. Modified steam locomotive. Tank treads around the tracks.
Why? And why?
Well, stuff. Fun. Second off, big. Third off, it would be able to go over any terrain you needed it to. Also, you could attach more cars. Drive it basically anywhere. If it's got a cow catcher, it pushes things out of the way. Nothing can really damage it. It's a steam locomotive.
So basically your own tank.
Basically, except it's more fun.
Huh.
All right. Fourth question. Would you bring any animals, pets, or whatever?
Probably not. I mean, I'd love to, but most likely be a hindrance. Waste of food.
Smart. All right. Who would you bring with you fictional?
Assume I'm allowed to choose one of my characters that I've designed, correct?
You're allowed to choose anybody. Fictional.
Great. Well, I'd probably have to go with Nano Shock Trap. It's a nanobot version of Shock Trap. Disperses into thousands of nanobots. Perfect for any modifications you need. Change its shape. Whatever you need. It's great.
Yeah, I forgot to add. You're allowed to name off a few people. I forgot to add that in the beginning. So, if people want to add more to who they would bring fictional, alive, or dead, so feel free now while we're waiting.
Doc Brown.
Okay.
And
What about you, Monkey? Oh, I didn't know you were done.
because they work both good as a team and they can probably do a lot of mechanical stuff.
Good choices. What about you, monkeys? Who else would you bring fictional with you?
Really, no one really besides Rainbow.
So, just Rambo.
Yeah.
All right, respect. Railroad. Who else would you bring fictional with you?
I know you're gonna debunk this, but I gotta say Terminator Model T 800,
Okay.
I think.
Okay, I would debunk this, but I can respect the Terminator. But still, fuck you. I'm debunking it. All right. So, say a Terminator comes to you. They go through a portal. They go back in time. Somehow they get into Ultimate Universe where the fucking zombie apocalypse is happening. All right, great. Yeah, they can't get infected. That's one big part about a Terminator. They cannot get infected. Second big part of the Terminator, they're almost indestructible. Third part, you can literally reprogram them to do whatever you want. They can be your sex bot, your
Wait, what?
personal, your personal,
Undisturbed.
your personal storage container, etc. But how would they get the weapons they would need? How would they get the vehicles they would need? Because the Terminator, in the start of every movie, he gets a vehicle and a shotgun, at least.
Well,
You're in the you're in the zombie apocalypse. All the vehicles are practically scrapped or they're beyond repair from the hordes, and all the gun stores have been looted.
Well, I mean, if it's possible, if he has any superior knowledge at all, he'd know how to make a makeshift gun and a makeshift vehicle strong enough that it's compatible for him.
Okay. But then, say it gets damaged, right? You want people knowing you're walking around with a Terminator, a literal killing machine. You can't, his skin won't heal. So he gets half his face blown off. Robot, hello, what would you do? Put him in a mask?
Well, no, see, because like you can make a putty that kind of looks like flesh, and you can just put it on there.
Okay.
So
But,
so it kind of works like a
okay.
prosthetic.
A prosthetic, so you're going with Sally face logic.
Yeah.
Nerd, um, they practically talk like a zombie. They're like, I am here to serve you. I am here to protect you. You will not die underneath my watch. You will not become infected.
You threw the
Don't,
chopper.
don't you think eventually people would think, holy crap, this guy's a zombie himself. Kill him. Ba 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 ba.
Yeah,
You're
but
in the
that
middle of the crossfire.
yeah, but like, isn't that the thing? Like, he can't die from bullets so easily, though. Like, it'd take a lot to kill him.
Yeah, but in the first movie, he got crushed by a little compression machine. Second movie, he killed himself to keep Cyberdyne from creating the Terminator. Third movie, he got crushed. Fourth movie, he got shot to death.
Yeah, but how many bullets though?
Probably at least 800. But say you're against a group about 50 men, each gun holding 8 or 10 shots in them at most. Don't you think eventually that he will be able to go down because they can take out the knees? Because once the Terminator's knees go out, you're screwed. He has to crawl everywhere like a crawler. People would shit their pants if they saw that.
Yeah, but like, he'd
Dynamite.
still have access to his arms and still be able to use a gun.
Okay. Well, I debunked it. So there you go, people.
Yeah, even
That
though
our friend Railway
Alright.
Raven will bring the Terminator.
even though you debunked it, he still has many advantages even when he's weak.
I
All
have
right.
I have another thing to add to that one.
Okay, go ahead.
Shockwave, Dark of the Moon, Transformers. He is designed to be a, he is a transformer, can turn into a tank, designed to be a killing machine. Has killed many, many different Transformers.
Yes, but also the Transformers refuse to kill a human. They look down
This
on at a zombie.
bot mo-
Okay. Well, I tried to debunk it, but he debunked it for me. Never mind. Ha ha ha. All right.
He's giant, at least 70 foot tall in robot mode.
Mm. All right. What
Giant
weapons would you
for
have?
an arm.
All right.
Silence pistol, fire axe. Silence semi-automatic pistol.
Okay. Can't
Fire
debunk
axe
that because
because fire axes are useful. They've got the hooked back end, so you can pry things off. Got the axe head, hit things. Fire axes are good. Silenced semi-automatic pistol. Probably fires about 5 shots. One click. Got a silencer on it.
but eventually that silencer would wear out.
Well, yeah. It's going to happen
Ev-
inevitably.
Yeah, nobody knows when the
Well, yeah,
silencer is really going to give out on you.
well, yeah. But till it does, you got a silenced pistol.
Okay.
When it does, just a
I
regular
re-
pistol.
I respect your choice on weaponry. Okay, final question. Who would you bring with you dead if you could bring them back?
I would definitely have to say my grandpa. He was in the military. He was a firefighter at one point.
So that's would be how you get your fire axe.
Possibly. Never know.
All right. All right.
You
Thank
forgot.
you, Shaq.
You may have also forgotten first.
All right. Well, now it
Thank you,
is.
Shock Trap, for your answers. It is now my turn to be asked the questions. Each one of you will be able to ask the first four questions and the last few.
Yes.
Um, since since our special guest is our special guest, he may start with the first question.
All right.
All right. If you had a choice of a melee weapon, what would it be?
Either a baseball bat with barbed wire on it or nails, or a fire axe. Because a fire axe, yeah, it'll wear out eventually, but all you would need to do would be to replace the handle piece, which you can get that typically in any hardware store, as long as you find the right one. Because nobody thinks about that. They don't think about, holy crap, my axe is broken. What should I do? You know what? I'll just pick up a new weapon. I would keep it, go to a hardware store, remove the wood piece, and add a new handle to it.
Okay.
The baseball bat with
Makes sense.
barbed wire, eventually the nails will come out of the baseball bat, go back to the hardware store, boom, 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 boom. Um, when you have the barbed wire, yeah, if it reaches a point like Negan's in The Walking Dead, you're kind of screwed. He burns it in the end. Um, so you try and swing it, you get caught in the freaking zombie's face. You're kind of screwed because you could be in a horde, and you have to be quick and easy and nimble about it.
Okay.
Here's
As
the
for
thing about
Yeah.
here's the thing about the Mills baseball bat. If you do it enough, it's gonna decimate the baseball bat itself. The baseball bat's gonna splinter into pieces. Unless you are very careful and continuously put it through the same hole, but then the nails are just gonna get loose.
mm-hmm. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the debunking.
Yeah.
Do you got anything? Do you got
Also,
anything to say
what
about
if
the Fire
it's
X?
none of the materials in the hardware store? Where would you get them?
Homemade them, make them.
All
Because
right.
barbed wire, that ain't that hard to make. I just can look it up before the apocalypse happens because I looked it up multiple times. I looked up how people can make barbed wire, homemade barbed wire, and I've seen some pretty interesting ways.
That's logical.
All right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say this right now. If you said that you were gonna go to a hardware store to get a replacement axe handle, you'd have to make sure that it's sturdy enough and it's not loose or rotten from any water.
He got very quiet.
And
Got assassinated.
I think he's dead.
Yes, he's dead. I'm assuming.
Well, Mort's dead. Sorry, guys.
Oh, that's funny. Oh shoot!
Oh, he left.
He's dead.
Oh no, he's not here anymore.
Oh, shite.
No, that's a,
Oh
someone
no.
text him.
Text him, bro. His phone probably died while it was on the charger.
We debunked him too many times.
Debunked him too hard to the point where his phone died. It just gave up on him.
No one had any concerns about my train idea.
Yeah. Alright. Well, while we wait, we could talk more about what we would do and what this stuff and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like,
Let's see here. How many do you think you would kill before you died or before it was all over with? Like how many bodies do you think you'd end up with?
7. Because I die pretty quickly.
Well, if I had like a whole gang of people that joined my alliance, then I would say maybe a 500.
Alright. Monkeys! How about you? How many bodies do you think you'd end up with before it's all over or before you think you died?
At least 1,360 left.
Yeah. Me personally, I think I'd end up with probably over 1,000 on my kill list. Probably because I wouldn't keep track of how many things I decapitate or shoot or just stab or whatever or whoever.
I mean, I know how to kill them. It's just I wouldn't be very. I'd be efficient at killing them, but I'm not that good at like that kind of stuff. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. Alright, let's see here. If you could go into any group, like I'm talking it could be anything. It could be fictional. It could be fictional, it could be non-fictional, but if you could be with any group in a zombie apocalypse, who would you go with? It got real quiet in here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Well, I have been contacted by the person who is watching the live stream. My sibling is 0Z They. They are watching the live stream. Shout out to my sibling.
Yeah, I took note of that whenever I turned it on. I've been keeping the live stream on so I can keep an eye on the chat.
I'd say Doc Brown, Marty McFly, because they work good as a team, like I said a while ago. Plus, Doc, and Marty probably do good mechanic stuff. Could make me weapons, possibly. And since I'm myself, that's 3. And one more would be a squad. I'm trying to think. Oh, have any of you watched Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
I
No.
haven't.
Okay. You know that old dude, the Chinese dude? The ones that are really good at karate? I would choose him. Because he can probably literally just chop their head off with his hand.
Yeah. And Malakabai Spicer Let's Plays is tuning back in soon.
Oh, there he goes.
Here he is.
He's back.
What happened?
Phone died.
Oh.
He called
So
it. Are we still recording? We're still live?
Yes, we're still live.
we are so. Yes.
All right. Continue with the question. Guess. Hmm.
You just got
Oh,
silent.
I thought it was someone else's turn. I thought you said one question per person.
Oh yeah. Wait, weren't you debunking my thing? Shock trap.
Actually, I was debunking it. I was saying if you were gonna go to the hardware store to get a replacement axe handle, you'd have to make sure that it's like sturdy enough, and you'd also have to make sure that the certain ones that you're getting aren't broken, chipped, have a crack in it, or soggy from any water.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's
you.
how we're reinforcing all our
Technically,
spare
those
time.
to figure out.
Yeah, you'd have
All
you'd
right.
have to pick a pretty good one.
All right. Monkeys. Do you have any debunking to do?
No.
All right. Thank you for your question, special guest. Moving on to monkeys. What's your question for me?
Where would you stay?
I would stay personally in a hospital. I'd stay in the basement because that's where they keep the majority of their medical supplies. Every now and then, I would go
Question.
up to the medical facility and clear it out of walkers from at what universe I decide to be in. Won't be that
How
hard
many?
because the traditional zombie moves out 3 per minute at least, so they're really slow.
Your microphone was glitching out for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
But
floors are in this hospital?
about 10 floors, about 10. It's a community hospital, not
Okay.
very big.
There's a lot of entrances.
Yes, true, but think about the basement.
Okay, yeah.
Only entrance to the basement is through an elevator that you need a special key for.
Well,
Yes, but if you get
also,
caught
what if
down
the
there,
elevator
you're
stops
stuck.
working?
True. If the elevator were to stop working, I would climb down. I would personally grab the wire and start climbing myself down. And I can use that exact same wire to climb myself back onto that said floor I was just at.
How would you use the wire? There's support beams all around that inside of there. There's also
There,
most likely an elevator ladder for maintenance purposes.
Yeah, there is that,
yes,
but it's in the
but
back of the
just say
elevator.
the ladder. Yeah, most traditional elevators, there's an opening on the roof that opens when the elevator completes or you press a button. The firefighters fall. There's a little latch open. They're up there. They pull that down. You can climb yourself up because it drops the ladder.
Yeah. Hmm. That is interesting.
And not to mention, say I have to amputate one of my boys' arm or woman's arm or child's arm. All the medical stuff down there, I have a saw and stuff like that. I can take it off, and we have antiseptics, uh, gas. Some people call it the laughing gas. And yeah, I can take off the arm, save my guy. Yeah, he won't be so useless, but that's why we clear out the roof of the hospital and make that a little garden. Because some hospitals have a rooftop garden, believe it or not.
Yeah, true.
All right, thank you, monkeys, for that question. Anybody else has anything to debunk about my hospital life?
Yes, I'm going to do some debunking.
All right,
So,
hit me with it.
okay, so what if your rooftop garden was to suddenly run out? But let's just say you only have like one seed left, or no seeds to begin with at all, or something like that. How would you ration the rations?
Very good question, actually. I would make sure I at least have like some seed bags on me, because as soon as you plant something, you can always get that seed back. You can continue using that seed to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get tired of eating the same thing, but at least you won't go hungry.
Yeah. And I have another debunk to go with that. What if the elevator wire that you were using to climb up and down, what if it just had suddenly snapped while you were climbing down it? Or what if it just suddenly snaps out of nowhere?
If it snaps out of somewhere, I'm screwed. I'm dead. Not gonna be in the zombie apocalypse anymore. Unless I get inside the elevator. Because I would have to get it down in the elevator's floor, lay it on my back, and because that's the best way to survive an elevator. You lay on your back and you hit the ground, and from all the force of impact, it won't go into your back. It'll just, you won't get crushed from gravity pulling you down and killing you.
Yeah, true.
All right. Thank you, monkeys, for that question. Anything else? You have special guest?
No.
All right. Your turn, Mr. Raven. What question you got for me?
Alright. If you could have two firearms, what would they be?
I would have a M1911 with a makeshift suppressor out of a water bottle. And for my second weapon, I would have a spin rifle with a also makeshift suppressor so I can take shots from long distance. With
Okay.
use for the 1911.
Okay.
Got any debunking for me?
Yes, I do have some debunking for you. How is a water bottle going to suppress a pistol shot?
Well, that's actually very simple because the shot from a pistol, right? As long as you have a water bottle or some form of thing to keep that bullet contained, the sound of the bullet, like you would need to add foam into that water bottle because it would suppress the shot. It'll be like, yeah, you'll still hear the smack of it. You'll hear the smack of it, but it's less likely for hordes to find you. Maybe one or two walkers, and I can take them out with my melee weapons. And to make a makeshift suppressor aimed at water bottle, or oil cans, even.
Yeah, true.
All right. Any more debunking from anybody?
I don't
Shock
think
Trap, you
so.
want to debunk anything?
What happened?
You want to debunk what I would use for firearms or anything, or do you want to just move on?
Well, it seems pretty good so far.
All right. What about you, special guest? You want to debunk my weapons, my firearms?
Nah.
What about you, monkeys? You want to debunk anything?
Nah.
All right. Thank you
from
for your crushed question, Wowood. We're moving on to Oliver. No, I mean Shock Trap, Shock Trap, Shock Trap. We're moving on to Shock Trap.
All right. What questions have been asked so far?
It could be any question. Just ask him anything.
He asked what were these questions.
Wait, what?
The
Shock Trap
questions
was
that
Trap. My mic touching. The sound of silence.
Oh yeah.
what question? That's
Okay, the questions that have been asked me I would use out at, and Railroad asked me what firearms I would use.
Your microphone glitched.
Son of a...
what happened.
Did you hear the questions that were asked?
No.
I told you, or do I need to repeat them?
This is what I heard. That's all I heard.
I heard barely.
You know what? I'll just reread them off. Special guest asked what melee weapons I would use. Monkeys asked where I would hold out at. Railroad asked what firearms I would use.
Okay. What vehicle would you use?
Finally, I got a great answer for this one. So, I know I'm going to get debunked a lot from probably everybody because it's going to sound crazy. But I would have two vehicles actually. Dirt bike and a school bus.
The fuck?
Okay.
Okay.
Um, with the dirt bike, ride dirt like push it up there and stay in the back. And I would have gasoline marked for diesel because buses take diesel, and just regular for the dirt bike. And the reason I say this, say I get caught in a horde, right, and I'm in the middle of dirt, and the tires don't have good traction with the dirt. I can just push out the dirt bike of the back, ride off until the horde goes away, and I can get unstuck from the dirt and stuff, and I would be able to use the bus as a port home. Because say the hospital doesn't work out and we get overrun, I would use the school bus to carry me and some people with me because a school bus can hold quite a few people. And it can make beds for them. It'll be uncomfortable, but it can be done.
Yeah. Okay.
To mention, there's a little hatch on top where people can crawl out. You can look out at night. So, say a band of bandits come after me. I got a guy with a sniper rifle. We're safe for the night until hordes show up. We can switch out routines, and with bus windows, you can always pull them down and have people with guns blasting down hordes of the undead while you're driving through the horde. And they can lift it right back up because there's around it where zombies or whatever can't get through and get to them.
Okay.
Armor additions would you add?
Ooh, that's a really good question, actually. I would have barbed wire on top of the bus, like where people can still stand on top of the bus, but zombies can't climb onto it because they'll get cut up to smithereens.
Okay.
How about the
Window,
windows?
the windows,
I was gonna say I have some debunking before you ask about any armor attachments and stuff and whatnot, but this is what I was gonna say. Why a school bus and why a dirt bike? Because if you got surrounded by a complexity of a horde, let's say it's like let's say it's like 2 miles big of a horde. You get surrounded. How are you gonna escape that? Because like if they push open the doors that which are really easy to access if you push it just right. What if they push open the doors? They could get in, and the emergency exit door is also blocked off. How are you gonna get out through the top, and how are you gonna get away?
well, that's a very good question. The horde's 2 mile wide, you said, right? Or two
Yes.
miles long.
Yes.
So, when I was speaking about the armor, you didn't let me finish, but we'll get back to that. I would get on the rooftop, the roof of the bus. I would get to the front of it because I can jump over without biting. I can jump on that, and you know my speed. I can run, and if there's a traditional slow space, I can get away pretty easy, drawing the horde my way. I can drop my gun and drive me without pressure, and just follow me. Leave the rest of my people alone. I can backtrack to the bus because there will still be zombies at me. That's when I get on my dirt bike, ride, and lead them to the city or something. Lose them in the city because man, zombies will get lost pretty easy. I'll go typically slow, but not slow enough to grab me and pull me off.
Hmm. Okay. Now you can go
Exit
back to
burn.
talking about to your armor attachments and whatnot, because I just had that one question.
Like I said, I use barbed wire so people can still fall down, but don't have to worry about crawlers getting up there and biting them. I would have fence. I would like get me one of those like a broken fence and put that on my bus. I would weld it where by the windows where they can still pull down the windows and take shots at zombies, and not worry about the bullets ricocheting off the fence and stuff and killing them. For the
So kind of chicken on the windows.
just if they were smart enough to do, because the way that my bus would work would have like a fence on the front of the door, the one that you use to enter. Have that there, have it where the fence is the opening. You can just push it open, lift up that thing, push it open, and boom, good. And you can walk back. They can't figure that out very easy. I would have it locked. I would have multiple keys with it. Give keys to the people I only trust that I know won't backstab me.
Yeah.
Give them keys, they
Okay.
can lock, they can unlock it, and
Okay.
etc. etc.
Yeah.
Any more?
No, no more debunking. That is all I needed to hear.
What about you, special guest? You want to debunk my
Uh,
buddy and dirt bike? I'm sorry. Could you repeat that, special guest? You kind of glitched out.
oh,
He seems to be muted.
I have to go unload groceries real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, monkeys. Do you have anything you want to debunk about my idea while we're waiting for him to return?
Nope.
Well, Shock Trap, you really didn't debunk nothing. Railroad did.
It's an understandable design. It's a good idea since it has the back door, the two top hatches, the windows can push out if you need. You've got like emergency exit windows. You got some good ideas there. There's the bus front doors that you can open and close if needed. Put the fencing along the side, as you were saying. Put some armor. Put some of the barbed wire along the top, as you were saying. It's a good idea. It would obviously need practice to actually function perfectly as is intended, and you need to make sure everything's stable and perfect all the time. But it would be a good idea. It would work, possibly. So,
Well, like I said, I tell you guys every day I see you in class or on the road or something. I am the key survivor of the zombie apocalypse. I know how to do stuff people don't.
Well, people that don't know how. Well, people that have never played any games or seen any TV shows that revolve around it, they don't know what to do. People who do that crap, they play the games or they watch movies or shows about it. They know what to do because they've seen the situation in a fantasy world before because it was filmed and it's not real.
Hmm. Yes,
I'm kind of surprised
you know one.
yet.
What were you saying, Shock Trap? You glitched out a little bit. I apologize.
I'm kind of surprised it's not real yet. especially with everything that's happened recently.
Yes.
I am very surprised the zombies haven't risen up yet. It's coming though. I can feel it. We're going to be ran by zombies in the year 2025, 100%.
You don't get your hopes up.
Dude, with how
People,
COVID's getting,
Pretty soon, COVID won't even be much of a big deal anymore. People will already have a mega cure for it, and we can not wear masks anymore. It'll be just like the flu.
yeah. You know one question that none of you guys asked me while I was answering the questions?
What?
okay.
What universe would I be in?
Oh, yeah, what universe would you be in?
That's simple. I play it every other month on my channel.
You're definitely gonna do the Dying Light one, isn't it?
Yeah, Dying Light. And the only reason I say that is because yeah, I have to worry about spitters, spoons, tinctures, volatiles that come out at night, virals. That's why I was saying crawlers. Um, those babies that cry and alert me, or alert zombies around me. Um, those hazmat ones, those suiciders even.
Huh.
But I
But you
think I
hired
would.
me.
What was that shock trap? You glitched out again.
I assume the reason you are choosing this one is because you have prior knowledge of the actual area situation, the different enemies.
Yeah, exactly. Because I play Dying Light quite regularly on my channel. I know what to do. Have you seen any of my great parkour escapes? By the way, Railroad, get to work on that on my compilation. I want that done.
Yeah, sure thing.
I ain't paying you for
Yeah,
nothing.
All right.
that's real soon.
All right. I have a comment to make actually.
Please.
So like you know when I told you I wanted to be in the Dead Rising universe, but because the main and source infection was from a
Was
wasp.
a wasp.
Yeah. You know why I chose the Dead Rising universe?
Because you can craft weapons literally out of a dildo.
You can craft weapons out of anything, and you don't have to hit the head to kill them. You can hit them anywhere and they die.
Yeah, but that ain't zombies though. That's just a person that's really sick. If you get bit, you just happen to turn into one of them. Those are zombies. The only way you can kill a zombie is by dismantling its head, killing the spinal cord, or amputating it. Only way.
Yeah, but that.
But to be fair, in Dying Light, you can kill a zombie by blowing its chest cavity out.
Yeah.
Well, if you
So
decimate enough, eventually it becomes non-functional. It can't move. It can't do anything. So
yeah, but
either way, hard enough it'll die.
yeah, but zombies, they're sick. There's tissue reforms after they get something to eat, like flesh or something, but they don't need it. They don't need to eat it. Their main goal is to transmit the disease. They don't need to eat. They can go on months and months without food,
Actually,
water even.
actually, they
Have
they
you ever
have
seen a?
to. They actually have to eat because, like, see, here's what that thing. I learned. I actually learned this. They have to eat to stop themselves from deteriorating and dissolving into a pile of rotten flesh and bones. Because if they don't, they will just die. Like they just fall, just like that.
And I'm going to debunk that real quick because remember in The Walking Dead, I know I ain't in the Walking Dead universe, I'm in the Dying Light universe, but in The Walking Dead, when they are at the governor's, when Michonne kills her two walkers behind her and stuff, their heads cut off and stuff, and they're still alive. The doctor guy said they can live without food. They crave it, but they don't need it.
Hmm.
Technically,
As
anything that's alive needs some form of nutrition to continue to survive and continue to have its existence functioning. you do not have a source of nutrition or food, your body will deteriorate.
Yeah, but that's the difference. Zombies ain't alive. They're just reanimated. If they were alive, would they have speech patterns? Would they be able to
Well,
speak
here's
to us?
they can if they don't have a source of nutrition, their body will fall apart.
That's with the infection, though. Like, in Dying Light, if you cut off a zombie's arm, right? You leave that zombie, you come back to that zombie, you can see that it blood clotted to prevent it from bleeding out. That's from the infection keeping them from dying. Because the infection heals them. It heals them. That's why zombies can take so many bullets to the body without dying and being able to get up. And why do you think a zombie can live without its head? Like while it's in just its head, it can live with just its head, because the body, the infection blood clots the hole, the injury, and lets a zombie live. Because you see a zombie walking around without arm, right? You're wondering how it survives. Blood clots. It blood clots it.
Yeah, reasonable. All right.
I wasn't trying to debunk you there, Shock Trap. I just, like I said, I know quite a bit about zombies. Because I live in a zombie universe. I play zombie games. I write about zombies. Heck, I want a zombie as a pet.
Wouldn't
Sounds
that be
crazy.
interesting if it tried to bite you?
Brains! Transmit infection. And the whole brains thing, they don't eat brains. They don't crave brains. They just crave flesh, not brains.
They crave blood actually. That's the stuff they're after. They bite through your flesh to get to it.
Okay, vampire.
Okay, then. Oh, fuck.
but but yeah, that is true. They do need blood. That's their drink to keep them hydrated. But
Yeah.
okay, so this is a real question right here. If you turn into a zombie, will you still be able to see through the zombie's eyes, or will you just be gone?
Ooh, that is actually a good question. We don't really know that one.
It depends what kind of, like, what universe you're in, whether you are still conscious enough to prevent yourself from killing your friends, whether you are still conscious at all, whether you are just buried underneath the zombie, the infection. It depends on a lot of ifs that you have no clue about.
Oh, wait, actually, if you think about it, I don't really think zombies would be able to see that far, considering they always have their eyes open and they never blink. I mean, yeah, they can still see, but they probably wouldn't be able to see that far because of how dry their eyes get from keeping them open all the time.
True. Why do you think zombies are blind in The Walking Dead?
They're
Yeah,
not.
they can see you. They can they can smell you, but it's all about sound.
Yeah, it's mainly. Yeah, they can see you, but like not that well, cause they don't blink.
Yeah.
True.
All right. But imagine though, you're still conscious in a zombie's corpse, but you can regenerate your flesh after taking damage to it.
That.
Because in a comic I'm reading called Boyfriend of the Dead, check it out on Webtoon. It's a really good read. Um, Zombies, if they don't eat a human being, they don't turn full zombie. You know that show I Zombie?
Yes.
It's like that essentially. They're more human than zombie.
Huh.
Yeah, they can eat. Yeah, they can drink. That's survival stuff. Um, but if they don't touch a person, if they don't flesh, they don't turn. But they have a zombie mode. If they smell blood, that turns them into a zombie. It's like from I'm a zombie, but I will not eat you. Not to mention, in Boyfriend of the Dead, zombies can talk. So
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
that's that's another good question actually. Would a zombie be able to talk to you?
that would be creepy. Just talking to a reanimated corpse.
Well, it mainly depends on whether their vocal cords function or not, and and if the consciousness is there, and if the virus has the ability to know how to speak.
True. Because the virus, it bites into you, the fever kills you, you come back.
Yes.
The virus travels up through your arm, all the way up to your neck, then it goes up your face to the brain. And it just sits there. It controls you. It's like a parasite controlling a robot or microchip controlling a computer for Shock Trap's benefit because he likes technology.
Yeah.
Um, because yeah, the vocal cords are still there because they make sounds. They're like sometimes they go like and sometimes very little words come out like brains, flesh. It's slower because over that infection just chilling out on their brain, interfering with their speech pattern.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on that to debunk me on my freaking vehicle thing.
Special guest, do you have anything to debunk on Malachi's vehicle choices?
Um, I haven't called you by your real name.
Special guest.
He's doing groceries, remember?
Yeah.
Yas. Hold on, wait.
What was that? Where did that come from? Monkeys, was that you? Was that your phone? Oh no,
No.
my phone, my phone, my phone, my phone, my phone. My phone, my phone, my phone, my
Oh yeah, I forgot
phone.
special guest was doing
Uh,
groceries.
yeah, I guess go ahead and ask me another question while we're waiting.
Yeah, I actually do have another question actually.
Hit me with it.
If you could, and if you would you send out a radio broadcast signal for any survivors willing to be with you if you can trust them enough?
No. And the reason being is because say you're holed up in a building, right? You're with all your people crying, being scared, babies and stuff like that, crying out loud, drawing more and more of them on you. You're kind of fucked. You're gonna get eaten alive and fought for nothing. Have all those weapons and can't use them.
Yeah, true. All right.
That's very small.
I'm here.
I have another question.
All right. All right, hit me with it. We're about to finish up guess debunking on my vehicle thing after you ask this question. We're gonna move back on to the question. Finish up this episode.
All right. If possible, would you hook up anything to create power, and if so, why?
Well, good question. Yeah, and no. The reason I say yes is because hey, you need to charge your walkie-talkies or get a battery or something for them, but you need UAV lighting, the solar panels and stuff like that. Those things ain't cheap. They go for 1,000 per one. You would have to go to a area like a hospital where they have solar panels just to be able to charge your walkie-talkie so you can keep on talking to the people you lost.
Yeah. Well,
So
this would be
that's why I say yes and no.
okay.
Ah,
This
crap. My controller, not my controller, my charger keeps on falling out of my phone and it's starting to piss me off.
Alright. Well, before we end this, I have an answer to my own question that I asked you. Yeah, I would probably create power using a generator, so that way I at least have somewhat of portable energy, so I can use it to, um, keep contact with the
Come in.
people that I lost, and also at least have some power in the building that I'm staying in, so that way I can, um, do what is necessary with the power. Even though the generator would run on gas power, I'd still take the time that I have with it to use what power I have with it. Just random silence.
Yeah.
Special guest is back.
Oh yeah.
Alright, well. Did he get disconnected again?
I think you did.
Is Malachi Spicer Let's Play still with us? We are about to find out.
Sorry about that. I had to let somebody in.
Alright.
I just got an electric guitar and a keyboard.
Alright.
Alright, as you were saying before I had to leave rudely.
Alright, well, I'll repeat it, even though it's been captured on the live podcast feed. But anyways, like I was saying, I would use a generator to at least have some power in the building that I'm staying in, and use whatever I have with that power, so I can at least use that power to a bit of an advantage that I have. Like charge a couple of things. Well, if I'm lucky, if I have some bread, I could power up the toaster and make some toast.
When I see you tomorrow, I'm punching you in the face for that comment. And time to debunk you.
Alright.
A generator, your truck, yeah, because you're in the same universe with your truck as with this generator. Don't you think you should put that gas more importantly to the truck so you have a quicker escape route than worry about charging a damn toaster?
Oh, well, that's the thing. I said the truck that I had was diesel, so I'd have to use diesel fuel. I'd be using the normal gasoline for that generator, so I have two separate fuels that go to two separate things.
Yes, but think about this. What are you more likely to find out in the apocalypse? Gasoline or diesel?
Gasoline.
Wrong. Because when people try and get their vehicles prepped, they want them to be able to drive out a situation, so they stack up on gas, and gas never refills in the zombie apocalypse. With diesel, people are less likely to mess with that because who would drive a semi in the zombie apocalypse? That which would be me because I would get one of those semis with the bed in the back where I can sleep there if I want to be a lone wolf. So I just debunked your generator, but it's not a bad idea. If you're able to, you can make your own gasoline. It'll be hard as hell, but you can do it.
Ah, that's nice. So,
Alright.
alright, that's interesting. Tanks do take
Yeah.
diesel fuel as well. So, like, Oliver's suggestion, if he had a tank, yeah, it would take diesel fuel. So he's more likely to find that to refuel his vehicle more than anyone else to refill their cars.
Yeah. Alright, now back to our special guest who did not get to finish debunking my vehicle idea.
Yes.
I really can't debunk it. I can't really think of anything. I thought it was a great idea.
Why, thank you. What makes you think it's such a great idea? Tell me that at least.
Be- because since I'm assuming your dirt bike's inside the school bus, right?
That would be correct, yes.
Well, if you needed to escape and the zombies were at the front or like the sides, you could open up the back door and just zoom out there.
And draw the horde away from my people.
Yep.
Monkeys can't debunk it because he thinks it's a fantastic idea. Actually, he wants to steal it from me.
All right.
See, he laughs because he knows it's a good idea. Railroad's jealous. Shock Trap's jealous.
Yeah, but I mean, but I mean, at least my truck is a little bit protective, like, cause
The bus
I would at
is
least last a few days or maybe a few weeks or a few years. It depends.
yeah, good point. But the bus, you got beds. You already got beds. You can make the seats into beds. You can take the you can take the seats out and make that into your sleeping quarters, the whole quarters and stuff.
Yeah, true.
And but I wouldn't drive my bus everywhere. I would drive my dirt bike mainly because a small engine like that won't take that much gas. And like I said, I would have two separate cans, one filled with just regular, and one filled with diesel because buses take diesel.
Yeah, true.
And I would have a can on the back of my bus. And this is going to sound stupid, but say the time comes, my people get infected, I'm the only one that escapes. I would have to sacrifice my bus, my home, just to be able to get away. Because in the Dying Light universe, recently infected, they can run. They don't get here.
Hmm.
So,
Ooh.
boom,
You know something cool?
gas.
You know something cool about buses though? You might be lucky with
Mm,
this. You might be lucky with this. This isn't a debunk, but this is more of a buff to your bus. It's there's a storage unit under the bus. It takes a key to open it. It's on the side of the back on the left. You can open it and you can store stuff in there.
I actually did not know that. That is very good to know.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's a pretty good place for
This
storing things.
Well, thank you for letting me know that you might have a safe haven in my bus if I see you in the zombie apocalypse.
Yes.
Alright, so this has been the zombie topic. It's been great. We got everybody's answers and stuff. We had a special
Yep.
guest. So, special guest, how was your experience on for the first time on the?
I thought it was great. Had a lot of fun.
Well, that's good.
Well, if you would, well, if you were liking to be more of a frequently special guest, if you would like be invited to more topics and stuff, if you would like, we'll keep you in mind.
All right.
Monkeys, this is your first episode with us. What was your take on it?
It was great.
That's good to
Yeah.
hear.
So 1 out of 10, what would you rate us? 1 out of 10, and you on the show.
10.
All right. Now, would you come back on the show?
Yeah.
Well, you are the artist, so we need you in the show to be M.O.R.T. So you're
True.
stuck with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Our special guest, he'll probably be in the next episode too if he would like.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, let's just hope he's there.
All right. Yeah, so this was my idea for this time of the zombie apocalypse. Now let's have a vote. Who would? Okay, we'll give each other an idea for the next show real quick. I already went, so it's our special guest because he is the special guest. What should our topic be in the next episode?
Um, what superpower we would have if we were?
Ooh, that would make a very interesting episode.
Yeah, I'm listing the topics
Sounds-
now so that we can vote for them in the general chat later.
All right, monkeys. What would you have for our next episode?
Hmm. I have no idea.
We'll come back to you after Shock Trap. We'll come back after you. You better start thinking, boy.
All right.
Railroad, what should you think? What should our topic be for the third episode?
What should our topic be for next episode?
Yeah.
Okay. If you could be rich, what would you do and why?
Oh, that's a good one. All right, Shock Trap, you're the last. You're the second to the last one. What should our topic be for third episode?
How this podcast is even surviving.
Yeah.
How the Mort podcast is surviving for third episode.
Yeah.
Have you thought about what our third episode should be, monkeys?
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
For survival.
Ooh, I like that one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that one
All
actually is
right.
pretty good.
Now let's take a vote real quick. Everybody mute themselves. I will be the only one that's speaking, and I will say your name each, and you will tell me which one you vote for. Then the one with the highest votes will be second to the whatever topic we want to do. So guess what should our topic be? Out of all the ones that you heard. You gotta unmute yourself.
They're all listed in the general chat.
Alright.
This is going great.
Once Railroad does that, tell me which one you personally like out of all four of your suggestions. That which your superpower, because I have a feeling somebody's going to select that, and somebody's going to select another one, and another one, and another one, and then we'll have to go to final death. So that's another rule. It cannot be your own. It has to be somebody else's if you like it enough. Railroad, how's it coming?
What?
How's it coming?
Oh, the list is already in the general chat.
All right, mute yourself again. Special guest, which one would you like to do? Go to the general chat.
And then he is going to have to speak. Alright. He picks Rich.
I'll put my vote in.
All right. Monkeys, your turn.
All right.
All right, Railroad, your turn. Railroad.
Casted my vote.
All right, Shock Trap.
There's
Hello,
a beatbox
Shock
for
Trap.
y'all.
He got assassinated.
Granddad tried to assassinate me.
No, he got assassinated.
Monkeys get that one because it's a funny show.
Okay. Number one
All
has
right,
outvoted
everybody.
everything on the list.
All right, wow.
So then I guess our next
More.
our next topic is going to be, what superpower would you have?
All right. Once again, this was a great episode. I hope everybody had a good time. And to
Yep,
the
yep.
viewers that are currently watching, please like, press that subscribe and bell icon. Comment
And
down
also,
below and check out all of our channels.
yeah,
Yes.
Because with
Special
that,
shout out Zero Z they for watching the stream and being my sibling. Thank you. Thank you for being
all.
one of the first.
And thank you, special guest, for making time to come on the show. We know your schedule is very, very busy with your hentai.
Yes.
We have other lives.
This video, this live is getting demonetized. You're right, Shock Trap. I was gonna fuck it up eventually.
I'm kind of surprised that this episode actually went much further than the first. The first was an absolute garbage fire. It wasn't that bad,
The
but it was
first one was
a mess.
The first one was amazing. It was amazing for our first podcast episode.
Yeah. All right.
Now,
So
which in this episode we really,
Yes.
so who's
which in
ending?
this episode we really didn't have a comedy thing, and we just talked about serious topic.
Yeah.
Next episode will be nothing but comedy while answering the questions. This one was our first serious question thing. Next episode will be funny answering and shit like that. It could be a serious superpower. It can be a wonky superpower. Whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Uh,
so who's ending the
we're not
podcast
done yet.
tonight?
We're not done yet. We just gotta make our special guest laugh real quick.
Oh, we gotta make them laugh. All right.
Yes.
Alright.
My life.
Hold on.
No, I don't feel like it.
I'm changing the filter on my microphone. Okay.
What do you call a three-humped camel? Pregnant.
Again and then.
All right. I'm gonna try one more attempt at trying to make him laugh.
Why do you find what's wrong with all of you?
Okay. Special guest.
Purple
Is he there?
cucumber in intro 3.
Is special guest here?
Yes.
Yeah, he's here.
All right. I'm gonna ear rape my microphone. Hopefully it's funny. And yeah, if y'all want to deafen yourselves, go ahead. I am not stopping you.
I am bored to
This is
suffer.
Big
Shout
Daddy. Ooh, Big Daddy. Ooh.
Hang on, I think I got something that'll make special. I think I got something that'll make special guest crack.
That's his username, so I tried to make it sound funny. But I guess it didn't work that well.
Okay. I got this. Okay, I got this. Just trust me on this one. This is gonna be funny. This is gonna make you all laugh.
Oh, I bet.
No, it's not. So funny.
I told you.
So funny.
You wanna know what I'm doing? I'm just clicking my tongue. Just listen to it again.
I don't want to.
So funny.
It sounds so weird when I'm wearing these headphones.
Well, I got the special guest to laugh. So, who
Well,
wants?
you are the
Let's
comedian
have
after all.
monkeys and the special guest. Let's have the monkeys and the special guest end off the episode because this is their first time on the show.
Alright, I am going into mute in 3, 2, 1.
But first, one final shout out to Zero Z they for actually watching this. What the fuck is wrong with you, sister?
Oh, they can't hear me.
All
They
right.
will when they're in the
A
podcast
shout out
live
to the special guest for showing up. Shout out to monkeys for actually being the R and Mort. Anyway, we leave the outro to you boys. Enjoy.
Well,
Don't fuck.
Well, don't die, and watch the next one.
Well, fuck me sideways and call me a drift train.
No.
Okay, what the heck was that?
Well,
Correct.
okay. Everybody, we must say the name of the channel like we usually do.
Yes.
Unmute, you guys. I'll lead us out.
Special
Thank you all.
you idiot.
Yes, that. Thank you all for watching this episode of Mort. We hope you enjoyed it. The only reason I went silent in the middle of the whole episode was because of my phone died. The funniest shit ever. Anyway, we hope you guys like the channel more, and we'll see you all in the next video or live stream. Depends.